Hello everyone, and welcome back to W13 Universe. I'm your host Chich, and you're watching ECW. Oh, that's right, he doesn't get introduced, does he? He technically already was. Well, here, what better way to kick off ECW tonight than with Mr. Brodus Clay, as he's so accurately referred to. Brodus Clay making his way down to the ring here tonight, set to go one-on-one with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. And I gotta say, there doesn't seem to be any fear in the eyes of Brodus Clay making his way to the ring. He doesn't seem too concerned, if you ask me. That could be a mistake. I definitely think someone is underestimating. That's what I meant to say. Mark Henry just a little bit there. The former ECW World Heavyweight Champion is going to be determined for destruction, and I think he might just get it tonight. Brodus Clay, a close friend, tag team partner of the ECW General Manager Dude Love, who humiliated Mark Henry last week with a shocking loss. Most shocking thing to come out of the loss of Mark Henry to Dude Love last week is the way in which he lost. It was the outside interference, the distraction from Mankind. Now, I know there's been a few people who have played along with their jokes here and there about how they're definitely completely different people. When you look at it on the surface, we all know good and well that they are not different people. They are both Mick Foley, who is clearly struggling with some kind of identity problem. And I'll tell you, somehow we saw both of them around the ring, in the ring, at the same time. I'll never make any sense of it. All I can think is he got one of his friends to dress up in the gear and do that for him. That is the best I got. Mark Henry means business here tonight. You know he's going to be hell-bent on punishing Brodus Clay for being associated with Dude Love, and that is rough. Guilty by association. And Brodus Clay going straight in with the offense. He's not going to waste any time. You know, Brodus Clay was once a wrecking machine here on ECW, and I think a lot of people forget that because he's the Funkasaurus. He's just trying to enjoy himself. Mark Henry, big splash from the middle rope, and it looks like he already thinks he's got Brodus done. Well, I got to tell you now, that one did not quite connect with the same impact that I think Mark Henry is used to. Straight for the jaw. And Henry looking to dish out some serious punishment here. I'm hoping to sound a little bit better in this episode. This is the first episode I've recorded with a new microphone we bought. The old one was definitely way past its expiry date. I just kind of didn't ever really get around. My plan was to kind of just use the equipment until it broke. And I thought it did. Turns out it did not. But hopefully I sound better, clearer. I don't know what I'm really hoping for in terms of better quality. I just hope I sound better. Because this is something I've been a bit nervous about. I do have my headphones on so I can hear it. The problem is, for some reason, this one has a little bit of a delay. So I've got a weird echo. It's really bugging me. But it's a personal thing. Well, Brodus is really hanging in there so far, despite the world's strongest man's best efforts. And Henry, oh boy. He's got Brodus Clay up on... Oh, okay. Nice. Nice of Brodus to reach those. Oh boy. Oh, big power bomb by Mark Henry. Mark Henry has promised us that in the next few weeks he will invoke his rematch clause. He's got one problem that he wants to get off of his back, and he's going to do that next week on ECW. He has challenged Mankind one-on-one. He says he's going to get this over and done with. He wants to finish him once and for all. And then the following week, he has confirmed he is invoking his rematch clause. So in 2 weeks' time here on ECW, Mark Henry, Stone Cold Steve Austin for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, if you're Brodus, what do you do at this point? There you go. World's strongest slam drops down Brodus Clay with authority. Into the cover. That's gotta be it. Quick and effective. Mark Henry dominating Brodus Clay to start things off here on ECW. Will Mark Henry be ECW World Heavyweight Champion for the second time in 2 weeks' time? That is what we will find out. But here tonight, authoritative, assertive, dominant, Mark Henry is on top. For the first time in a few weeks, actually. This was a much-needed win. And I think this really helped kind of assert that dominance that we know him for. Mark Henry victorious as he looks towards facing Mankind once again next week, should he answer the challenge. Well, Sin Cara looks to try and pick up his first victory in a very, very long time here tonight, as he is set to go one-on-one with another member of the tag division here on ECW. I'm talking about Diamond Dallas Page. This should be an interesting one-on-one matchup, a first-timer here. But Sin Cara has not gotten off to a great start, and now here's another man who, I gotta admit, I think he's got a lot of potential, but we just haven't seen it yet. Anytime Diamond Dallas Page is announced for a match here on ECW, you're going to want to see it, and you're going to want to treasure it. This guy is, as I say, a lot of untapped potential. Someone we need to see a lot more of here on ECW, if you ask me. I think we're getting there slowly. This tag team with Kofi Kingston seems to be a great way to start things off for him. Right now, you know, Epico and Primo, they're primed to defend the tag titles. I've got to say, ECW's tag division really flourishing. Oh, I've definitely gotten rid of my echo problem. That's good. Sorry, I was drinking a coffee there. Kind of needed that. I think I got rid of my echo problem. It's still there, but it's significantly less. And the closer I can get it to just sounding like I'm just hearing my own voice in real time, the better. I think this is what I used to have as my setting, though. I think the only reason it's weirding me out is because my microphone, I don't know why I'm going into the techie stuff, I'm babbling like I do. My microphone has a built-in function that you can't turn off, where it plays the sound that it hears through it, but then I also run it through a program to make it sound better, and that also plays the sound through it. And I think those two overlapping with each other are the reason that, like, I'm hearing like 3 of my voice right now. my own actual voice coming from me, the playback from the mic, and then the enhanced playback from the mic. And I think that's why it sounds so strange, and I've got to get used to it. But I'll get there. Gotta say, without Santino Marella here at ringside, I think Sin Cara has already lasted longer than he normally does in these matches. Perhaps it wasn't Santino and Sin Cara that were the dead weight. Wait, I think I said that wrong. Perhaps it wasn't Santino and Sin Cara that were the dead weight for David Otunga. Perhaps it was simply Santino Marella that was the problem for David Otunga. Really looking forward to our main event tonight. Following an impressive performance from Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan has insisted that he deserves a shot at Stone Cold Steve Austin. He wants that same respect. He wants the top spot. So he has challenged Stone Cold Steve Austin to a one-on-one match here tonight. And if you know Stone Cold like anyone else here does, that is a fighting champion. That is a man who is willing to compete whenever there's a challenge at hand. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, I believe, will absolutely answer the challenge tonight. I must say, we're really seeing a lot out of Sin Cara in this matchup. Perhaps I was wrong about DDP. Oh, duck that one. Tag team titles on the line next. Epico and Primo set to face off against Bradshaw and Farouk, the Acolytes. And with Gangrel in their corner, I'd imagine those two have quite the advantage over Epico and Primo. Last week we saw Bradshaw absolutely dominate, I'd say, the both of them, pretty much by himself for that victory. Really impressive performance from the Acolytes. I want to say the APA. I hope we'll get another one of those impressive performances tonight. Sin Cara going to the top. Oh, and he missed. That could be the turning point. DDP has got to capitalize. That's not a smart move. Single leg Boston Crab straight into the ropes. I don't think there are tens of thousands in this arena. I mean, maybe watching. No, 300 views. There's no tens of thousands. Wearing down the arm. DDP controlling the waist. Okay, that was weird. Sin Cara coming over. Here comes that arm breaker of his. Is he going to be able to make Diamond Dallas Page tap out? Stranger things have been done. No. That was an armbar, not an arm breaker. Off the ropes, catches him perfectly. Sin Cara's rolling tonight. I don't know what to tell you. I think the dead weight not being at ringside is really helping this guy. Also, DDP seems a little bit off tonight. He doesn't really seem to be doing too much whenever it is his opportunity. Whenever he gains control, he seems to kind of hold back a little bit. Maybe he feels bad for this guy. Oh, what are we looking at here? Massive sin-out powerbomb. I'd have kept him for the cover there. That could have been it. Diamond Dallas Page just kind of standing over Sin Cara. Fucking AI. Standing over Sin Cara, and there's the Diamond Cutter. There you go. A very celebrated move in this business. The Diamond Cutter connecting on Sin Cara into the cover. Is this enough to put him away? It was a decent effort, but Diamond Dallas Page is victorious. Now, I'll give Sin Cara a lot of credit. That was a decent performance on his part. I'm all about giving that credit where it is due. Sin Cara did well tonight. But Diamond Dallas Page picking up this victory. Making his partner Kofi Kingston proud, I'm sure. There's a tag team I think we need to see a lot more of. Big victory for Diamond Dallas Page. Speaking of tag teams, now we move towards our next match of the night. The ECW World Tag Team Championship is on the line. It's Epico and Primo up against the Acolytes.
contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the ECW World Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring, from San Juan, Puerto Rico, at a combined weight of 435 pounds, they are the ECW World Tag Team Champions, Primo Epico.
These guys are often seen as the spirit of the new generation of ECW, the new ECW World Tag Team Championship. The former champions, the Road Warriors Packing, no longer listed as members of the ECW roster. They are free agents, and it is the loss to these guys that a lot of people are crediting to that disappointment, that struggle to accept that situation. And these guys already knocked them off. What? Excuse me? Well, this is a little bit different to what was initially planned. Bradshaw was literally the man that picked up the victory last week. I know Gangrel is considered the leader of these two, and I guess in that sense he may feel he deserves a tag title shot as the leader. But it was Bradshaw that picked up the pinfall, and he's not even here. And I gotta say, something I've been personally feeling is there's been a little bit of favoritism towards Farouk, which this definitely continues to feed off of. I mean, last week, Gangrel was taking a loss to Ryback for the Hardcore Championship. Oh no, it wasn't Hardcore, it was just a singles match. But he was still taking that loss to Ryback, whilst Bradshaw was picking up the victory for his team. This is unusual to say the least. And it's notable to me that Bradshaw is not at ringside. Catches him with that neck breaker. I believe we've got Epico in the ring starting things off here. The more unfortunate of the two, I will always say. He's not got the best track record, but I think he's doing everything in his power to overcome that. Oh! He pancaked him on the outside there. You've got to look out for Primo and Epico. These guys work as a fantastic team. It's almost like there's blood between them. Because there is, that's the joke. Sorry, some people really don't get when I'm joking. Epico taking him back into the ring. Farouk up to his feet. Cross body. Expertly connected. And Farouk, I guess he's not playing around. He didn't like that too much. Seems to have angered him a little bit. I mean, Farouk's generally a pretty angry guy. I wouldn't really say that's much of a plot twist to hear that Farouk's mad at something. Oh, what a clothesline. Shades of his partner Bradshaw there.
Nice reversal by Farouk. Farouk has the headlock. Epico saw that one coming.
Pulling up on the ropes. Stomps on the chest. I gotta say, Farouk, I don't think he's able to keep up with the speed of these two. Well, so far it's only been Epico, but I think the overall agility has been a little much for Farouk to be dealing with. He doesn't seem to be able to keep on top of these guys very well. There you go. Hard to believe once upon a time that would have been a disqualification. We're talking like the 80s here, of course, but there was a time where you weren't allowed to throw a man over the top rope like that.
Massive fist knocks him off his feet. Yeah, now come the right. I don't think they're gonna stop. Quick thinking to avoid that.
Primo send him off at the corner. And I think the thing is, Gangrel's a little bit of a liability in a way. Like, I think he's a great, assistant to them. I think he's, you know, he's a value as a ally to them. But I think he's a bit of a liability. Truthfully, I feel like having him over Bradshaw as your tag partner, you're really held back a bit. You look at the win-loss record of someone like Gangrel, I think he's won like 1 match since he debuted. This is not a man worthy of a tag title shot, especially when Bradshaw and Farouk have such history. They came into ECW as a team. Primo really laying into Gangrel now, as Gangrel has been brought into the ring. I gotta say, I think that's a mistake. I mean, truthfully, I think it's a mistake that Gangrel is even in this match, so, yeah, that's my opinion on that situation. This can't have sat well with Bradshaw. Man came into this business with his buddy Farouk, determined to become tag team champions. It was their goal from the moment they arrived. And yet, here tonight, in their first ever tag team title opportunity, he's not here. No, I think Gangrel better damn well win this. He's got to prove that he belonged in this tag title match. There's no freebird rule here on ECW. There's no reason for this to be the two that are competing. Epico taking it back to Primo. Frequent tags in and out, keeping both of the two very fresh on their feet. Something that I think is definitely a little bit overwhelming for Gangrel here. Locking in this submission hold now. Is he going to be able to somehow force a tap out? Not at all. I think Gangrel has fallen victim to a lot of losses since his debut here in ECW. I think he could be eating another one on behalf of the Acolytes. Oh wow. Primo getting all fired up. Tag made to Farouk. That might be what saves these guys. Coming off the top. Not something you see Farouk do too often. I'd imagine in a tie-up, yeah, I was going to say, absolutely, Farouk is going to outpower Primo or Epico. There's one advantage he is always going to have over those two. Definitely going to be the stronger of the two teams. These fans really on their feet whilst Primo and Epico were in control. And now here comes Epico to break up that submission hold. They say there's a long way to go for the ropes. If you're Primo. Primo turning him over. Backstabber on Farouk. Gangrel. Okay, I think Epico may have missed him there. That's okay. Farouk's still got plenty of fight in him. I kind of wonder how long Farouk can carry this match for. Primo says absolutely not to that one. Now Primo off the top, beautifully executed, but unfortunately Gangrel able to roll out of the way. As I say, I mean, I say unfortunately, but as I said before, if he wants to be in this match, he's got to prove it. He's got to win those tag titles, and he's absolutely not got to be the guy to take the pinfall. I don't know how he got Bradshaw to agree to sit out of this one. Epico begging to come in the ring. Gangrel didn't see it there, went for Primo. I tell you, these guys are so fast. Feels like Gangrel can't keep up. Okay, cool. Trying to do the corner thingy. And here comes Farouk, who you can see is starting to feel very worn out. That backstabber, it took a number out of him. And big side suplex. Oh, connecting through into a second one. Epico delivering big time, finishing with that German suplex. Goes into the cover. Come on, that's got to be it. That's got to be it. No, Farouk is still in this. Turns him over. Second backstabber. And there goes Primo. Knocks Gangrel off the side. Cover by Epico. Retaining the titles. Epico and Primo with their first tag title defense. And I think they've got to be very thankful that Bradshaw wasn't in this match. I don't know what happened to him, but Bradshaw was literally the deciding factor. It was him with that powerbomb into the pinning combo that got the victory last week. For him to not be here tonight is very strange, but nonetheless, we have got ourselves a couple of winners right here. Primo and Epico still ECW World Tag Team Champions. I'm sure plenty more to be explained about what's been going on with the Acolytes. But for now, congratulations to these two on this major victory.
The following contest is for the ECW World Television Championship. Making his way to the ring from Switzerland, weighing 242 pounds, he is the ECW World Television Champion, Antonio Cesaro.
Well, in some people's eyes, I'm sure that title looks right at home at long last. Antonio Cesaro did it last week. He dethroned the Big Show to capture the ECW World Television Championship. When Big Show was interviewed on his feelings towards losing the World Television Championship, he said, good for Antonio. He's believed in him since he arrived here on ECW. He doesn't have the issue. It's Cesaro, and he's not going to pursue a rematch. Chainsaw Charlie is a loose cannon to say the least, and an interesting first challenger for Antonio Cesaro's Television Championship. Of course, for those that aren't familiar with it, the rules of the Television Championship are simple. Every single match that Antonio Cesaro competes in, unless otherwise stated, is for his Television Championship. So a standard match like tonight, gonna be a television title match, I'm afraid, unless otherwise stated. And the same thing goes for a tag team match. If Antonio Cesaro is in a tag team match and he takes a pinfall, whoever pins him wins his championship. But if he loses the match and he's not pinned, he is still the champion. It just doesn't count as a successful defense. And of course, if he picks up the pinfall victory, then it's a successful defense. Whereas if he doesn't pick up the pinfall victory, then it is not a successful defense. So literally, he has to be the deciding factor as either the winning pin or the losing pin to either gain a defense or lose the title. Unless otherwise stated. And I gotta tell you, much like what we saw from Mark Henry and Brodus Clay tonight, I believe, and I hate to say it, this will be fairly one-sided. Antonio Cesaro has been on a tear. He has been determined as all hell to win the Television Championship. And now that he's got it, now that he's defeated the Big Show, one of the biggest and best... Oh my god! Oh, shot my voice out there. One of the biggest and the best ECW has to offer. One of the biggest and the best the entire WWE has to offer. I would say Antonio Cesaro is going to be definitely riding a high right now. He knew what he was doing when he was going for the Big Show. He knew he needed that win because he knew that once he'd achieved it, he'd beaten one of the very best in the whole business. Yes, okay, Big Show may not be the most decorated champion in the history, but you can't deny that the man is the closest we've got to someone with 50 overall career victories since this started in late 2009. Right now we are seeing a very, very vicious Antonio Cesaro manhandle the tag team partner of her, Cactus Jack, An interesting speculation a lot of people have made is, will Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie pursue a rematch for their World Tag Team Championships that they never actually got during the Road Warriors' reign because of the absence of Cactus Jack? Cesaro going for a big headbutt there, but it looks like Chainsaw Charlie was able to create an opening from it. And he is going to use that to the best of his abilities. Still to come following this matchup, the main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin, one-on-one with Daniel Bryan. Two entirely different wrestling styles, no doubt about that. It's going to be very interesting to see what they can produce when they go one-on-one for the first time in our main event. Of course, Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan's tag team partner, got the respect of Stone Cold Steve Austin last week. But we've seen time and time again, Dolph Ziggler could break through on any given night. That man could become a top star on any brand if given the right opportunity. I believe that wholeheartedly. Daniel Bryan, on the other hand, has very much lived and ridden on the coattails of Dolph Ziggler since arriving in the WWE, and Dolph was actually visibly upset and irritated with his tag team partner when he tried to interfere in his match with Stone Cold last week. Dolph Ziggler spoke out on that interference, saying that what that came down to and the reason that he was so frustrated with Daniel Bryan for getting involved is because that was his proving ground. That was his moment to show whether or not he could beat Stone Cold. And he feels the interference of Daniel Bryan affected that, because whether it distracted Stone Cold or not, it distracted Dolph Ziggler. And now he doesn't know if he could have beaten Stone Cold if it weren't for Daniel Bryan being there. In the end, Bryan really didn't get that involved, but it was the appearance of him that seems to have shifted the focus for even that split second to change the way things were going.
Chainsaw Charlie being punished.
Oh, big step-up kick across the face there. Antonio Cesaro definitely very creative with his offense.
Huge shot to the midsection. Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
Chainsaw Charlie is just not one to hold back.
There's the camel clutch, and somehow he's got
I think that's exactly what Antonio Cesaro wants, though. He doesn't want someone that's going to take it easy on him, after all.
and he fights his way out. Cesaro
And whoa! From the ground to the air to an uppercut. That is the power of Antonio Cesaro. Not enough, though.
big boot connects.
It's just not enough.
Antonio with the striking now. Nice dodge there.
I think he knows that.
That was a ton of velocity.
Oh, what's he looking to do here?
Oh no! Talk about getting launched out of the ring. Again, he's
Antonio Cesaro, who put Chainsaw Charlie through the announce table very early into this matchup. What is he looking to do here?
looks like we're going back inside.
Okay, well that didn't work. Chainsaw Charlie may have averted something there. Looks like he was able to pull himself into the ring. Cesaro could have been aiming for those that ring post, not those, that ring post.
Antonio's hurting from that.
Elbow to the face seems to have busted the champion open. I think he reopened a wound. I want to say he was busted open last week.
Of a concussion. Oh yeah, any one of those shots could give you a concussion. And that series ends in deadlock. Neither one of these superstars can afford to give their opponent the upper hand. A thunderous Irish whip into the barrier.
Tell you what, Chainsaw Charlie, he's crafty.
Chainsaw's in jeopardy.
This man wants that television championship bad.
And there it is. The big boot connects. Into the headlock. After all of these shots to the head, I've got a feeling that Soup's going to be on his diet for the foreseeable future.
Now what's Charlie doing here?
And a knuckle
Big
strike.
right hand. Turns Cesaro over. And again. Really trying to psych him out. And Antonio here
Attack counter by Cesaro.
turns this around. Now he's got Chainsaw Charlie on the top. This is usually a place you do not want to find yourself on the receiving end of a move. Big superplex. Antonio Cesaro goes into the cover here to retain the title. Not enough. Chainsaw Charlie to his feet. Cesaro grabbing him by the head. Here you go. It's the neutralizer. The finishing move of the television champion Antonio Cesaro goes in for the cover here, and Charlie is able to kick out. Cesaro not going to waste any time, but Chainsaw Charlie seems to have found a burst of life in him here.
Antonio's being overwhelmed here.
Antonio Cesaro, he's backing away from that one. Oh. Tell you don't underestimate the first ever ECW champion. Terry Funk, Chainsaw Charlie, whatever you want to call him, that is a strong, strong guy under that mask. What a pile driver. Look at the face of Antonio Cesaro. Oh, wow, that is using your head in a very painful way. When you are busted open like that, I can't imagine how it must feel to then use that as a weapon. Antonio Cesaro takes him to the center of the ring, and he's going for it a second time. It may not have gotten the job done the first time, but a second neutralizer from Antonio Cesaro inside the ring, and he just about hangs on. He's still a rookie. You can still feel this guy is new, and he is trying his best to prove himself to everyone. And I think he's doing a good job. He's making some fans and some believers. You can hear it in this crowd. That was a hell of a battle, and he wears the scars proudly on his face. Antonio Cesaro gets his first ever championship defense in the business here tonight. I have a feeling it won't be the last. I'm looking forward to seeing where this reign takes him. Antonio Cesaro, great victory here tonight as we move towards our next match of the night, the main event. Daniel Bryan gets his shot one-on-one with the ECW World Heavyweight Champion Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, Daniel Bryan, he's had his experience as the tag team partner of Dolph Ziggler. He has kind of lived in his shadow for a little while. Closest this guy's ever gotten to being a single star is going for the United States Championship. But here tonight, he gets a shot in the main event to knock off the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that is not going to be an easy feat. But don't underestimate Daniel Bryan. This guy is very gifted. The ECW World Heavyweight Champion. I gotta say, I feel like that title, I said it last week, but I'll say it again. That title is right at home in the hands of Stone Cold Steve Austin. It fits him like a glove. Stone Cold Steve Austin proclaims he will be the one to walk into Unforgiven with the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. And it doesn't matter who is standing across the ring from him in 7 weeks' time. He will tear them down and keep that championship. He promises he will defeat Mark Henry in 2 weeks' time here in ECW. He will defeat whoever steps up at Unforgiven. And he will go into Survivor Series and he'll win the damn Champion of Champions match for ECW. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a hell of a guy. Often imitated, never replicated. One of a kind, one of the best. Here we go, Daniel Bryan, I think, realizing what he's in for, and that kick didn't do nothing to Stone Cold, and I think that may have scared him a little bit. Daniel Bryan trying to create a divisive game here as he goes for an elbow. Stone Cold ducked it out of the ring again. And Daniel Bryan trying to catch Stone Cold off his guard, catches him into a side suplex on the outside. I mean, I think Daniel Bryan realizes that he may have bitten off more than he could chew. The whole "you're in the big leagues now" mentality and everything setting in. I think Daniel Bryan knows this is not going to be an easy match for him here tonight. He has never faced a world champion to my knowledge. This is a tough challenge since his arrival last season.
Daniel controlling the waist. And he was just sent careening into those steel steps. This one could end in a count out.
Daniel Bryan thinking he can get a count-out victory over Stone Cold Steve Austin. Goes for, oh, thrown right over the shoulder. I wonder if we'll see an appearance from Dolph Ziggler at all in this matchup. He'll repay the favor to his old buddy.
Unloading with the right hand. Stone Cold loves two things in life: stomping mud holes,
Drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. There you go, big strikes. And kicks to the midsection by Daniel Bryan as he's going full on the offense here. Just backing up, and Daniel Bryan, oh, completely missed that one. It looks like he's going to go for it again. I guess if all fails at first, why not try again? There you go. Timber. Oh. Signs of Antonio Cesaro there.
Did you know he's a vegan? That explains the crazy eyes.
What the fuck? Did you know he's a vegan? That was so random.
Daniel Bryan is as determined as any WWE superstar today. This kid, nice arm lock being applied.
What is this? Daniel Bryan catching the arm of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's gonna try and work the arm? Bryan, you're up against Stone Cold Steve Austin. That technical stuff just ain't gonna cut it. That's not the kind of fight you're gonna get from a man like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he's trying it again. Daniel Bryan really trying anything he can to work a limb of Stone Cold here. Austin seemed a little bit confused. What is Daniel Bryan gonna do here? Whoa, look out! Austin! Oh, okay. Yeah, he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Thousands and thousands of WWE fans in attendance. Each and every one of them are having a great time tonight.
Referee got knocked down. Daniel Bryan. Well, hold on a second here. Hold on. Referee up to his feet, and the referee sees it. Daniel Bryan throwing it down. That would have been a disqualification right there for sure. But he did not hesitate. I think he realizes what he's got to do to defeat Stone Cold Steve Austin tonight.
And he fights out of it. He breaks the hold.
Oh! Whoa!
You can practically see the pain in his face right now. What a move! What a smart move!
Austin taking the fight to Bryan on the outside, and that face has been busted open. The possibility of a concussion. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This match has been 100 miles an hour since the opening bell. Steve Austin needs to
Daniel Bryan showing that there is in fact a vicious side to him, and that he can be just as cunning as his buddy Dolph Ziggler.
These guys are giving it absolutely everything they've got.
Daniel Bryan taking it back into the ring at count of 8. That was playing it awfully close.
Man, this has been a great matchup. Did you hear how his leg connected?
I must say, this has been admittedly been that little bit more competitive than I'd initially expected.
Daniel on the top rope once again.
Daniel has really gotten the best of Stone Cold on more than one occasion here. And it looks like he's now looking to put this one to rest. Austin stumbling to his feet. Daniel Bryan catches him. Is this going to actually be a tap out win? We have never seen Stone Cold tap out, and we're not going to here. Rope break. That LaBelle lock was really in tight for a moment there. Now here we go again. Austin trying to play Daniel Bryan at his own game with a sleeper hold. submission. We know Daniel Bryan, a submission specialist. Austin clearly trying to get in the head, showing that he knows Daniel Bryan a little better than he's letting on.
Sheer determination. He's trying to get the blood flowing to his brain. Bam! A sharp kick. Whoa, look out.
These two both looking pretty worn right now. This has been more competitive than I gave credit for. And Daniel Bryan up to his feet. He didn't like that one too much. Sends Austin into the corner. And Bryan, charging over slowly into the corner, jumps over him. Daniel Bryan going in fast here. Wow. What a series of moves by Bryan. I was not expecting it. What is this? Oh. Bryan busting out something new here. Submission hold applied expertly. Look at the bridge. Oh, Austin able to roll out. Oh, and a big kick to the head. And now Bryan. Oh, whoa. That was fast. That was very, very fast. Stone Cold is fading. Bryan doing everything he can to try and make him tap out. It is not working. And Bryan deciding to let go. Big kick to the head of the champion. Look at Daniel Bryan get the best of Austin here. Just about missed that one with that drop kick attempt there. The champion, I think, feeling very overwhelmed here. Back to back, we've seen some fantastic matches from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Big powerbomb. Oh. And Austin just repeatedly laying into Daniel Bryan. And that may have been a mistake. Taking Daniel Bryan out here may have been a mistake from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, let me just put that thing back together. Careful now, guys. Bryan, drop kick. I don't know what Austin was thinking there. He's just kind of standing there. And Bryan, whoa. Very creative. Let's see him now.
Nailed with that boot. Back into the ring now. Big kick echoing around the arena.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out what some noises were. If I seemed a little bit distracted for a moment there. Austin catches him. Oh, Stone Cold Stunner. That's got to be it. One has got to think that has got to be it. Stone Cold Steve Austin just laid Daniel Bryan out with that stunner. All that blood pouring from the face. You got to think Bryan's got to be done. That was a... Oh! Just keeps finding more fight. Oh, wow. Bryan into the cover on the ECW World Heavyweight Champion. Not enough. How many more of those kicks to the head is Austin going to be able to take? Oh, well, I mean, that was a good reversal there by Austin. Goes straight in for a cover. Daniel Bryan, he's bloodied, he's dazed, he's doing everything he can at this point in time.
What a fierce kick.
Stone Cold tying things around here. What's he gonna do? Plants him face first. Bulldog. Champion. Fighting for control. Can't really pause right now. Daniel Bryan could be in a serious amount of trouble here. Back Jack, get the fuck up. Hey! Alright, good. Sorry, whenever he goes for a piss, he starts throwing his litter everywhere, so I was just stopping him. You are not going to beat Daniel Bryan with a submission move, Mr. Austin. That is just not the way this is going to go down. Jawbreaker. Stone Cold. Running on empty. Same for Daniel Bryan. This is any man's game right now. Something has got to give. Oh. And as Stone Cold continues to try and play these head games and force a submission. Stop dead in his tracks. Daniel Bryan now. Okay, missed that one. Austin catches him. Another stunner. Gonna need to get him away from those ropes if he wants any chance of getting him with that pinfall. The first stunner was kicked out of. And there it is. Another great effort. But nonetheless, Stone Cold victorious. Wow. Well, next week in the main event, Mark Henry and Mankind apparently will settle the score once and for all. But after that, in 2 weeks' time, Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's going to take a break, I'd imagine, next week, will be defending the World Championship against Mark Henry. With such great battles in these past 2 weeks, I think the champ has earned a week off. And I think in a couple weeks' time, let's hope he's ready for someone the level of Mark Henry. Thank you all for watching tonight's episode of ECW. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you enjoyed, blah, 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 blah. And I'll see you guys this Friday on SmackDown.